to the Mirage Q&A. Yes, I know it's a little bit past a week, but I'm finally getting to this video, so here we go. I'm going to be answering your questions that have been asked throughout the whole entire series of the Mirage modding series. A lot of these comments are coming in about where I get products, what I'm doing in the future, when I'm going to start doing actual quote-unquote mods to the Mirage. And that is what I'm going to be answering in today's video, so stick around if you want to get your question answered. We have a comment from Roberto on the modded Mitsubishi episode 4, new wheels and tires for the Mirage. He asked, I went to the link that you shared to buy these rims since they look good. Do you know if there's an issue since the Mirage is 4-lug and the rim is a 5-lug on the picture? So the picture on most of the websites that you will click on just have generic pictures of the design, but the lug set will be in the actual description of the wheel you are buying for the car. So what I linked him to was Tire Rack. Tire Rack has tires, wheels, wheel accessories, and all that stuff. So that's where I got the wheels for the 2019 Mirage. They use generic photos. They'll give you a design and it'll have like a 5 or a 6 lug on there, but always look at the bolt pattern before you buy the product. The link I sent y'all to is the 4-lug pattern that I used in episode 4 for the Mirage. So yes. Looking through these comments, I'm seeing a lot of comments about where I get some of the stuff I do to the Mirage, especially like the decal stuff. I usually use eBay, AliExpress, or at times Amazon. I don't really shop from Amazon that often. Amazon actually, I don't want to support, so I go to AliExpress and eBay. AliExpress, you're going to have like a little bit more of a wait time when it comes to that stuff, but overall, I get what I asked for, and the quality isn't that bad. It's a cheap car. I'm going to put cheap stuff on it. That is one of the things that I want to put across right now. It is not going to be like a $10,000 Mirage build. No, that is not happening. What will be happening, though, are performance mods. They're not going to be top-of-the-line performance mods. They're not going to be crazy 10,000 horsepower. No, I'm not doing all that. When I find performance parts, I'm not looking to get good, amazing, freaking, make this $9,000-$10,000 brand new car turn into me putting another 10 to 12 grand into it just to... No, I'm not doing that. So, I will be doing performance parts, and that will be coming in the future. But let's get to the next question. Our next question is from Jonathan Hugman. This is on the modded 29 Mitsubishi Mirage 8.5 window tint and visor video. I did mention in that video that I will be doing performance parts in the future. I did not lie about that. That is going to be happening. If that was one of your questions, then this is going to be an answer. He says, no offense, but why would you put an aftermarket exhaust and intake on a little 3-cylinder that cranks out 70 horsepower? Well, for one, it's not crap, because I've literally beat the living crap out of this engine. It is hitting, I'm about to hit 30,000 miles. For 78 horsepower, that little thing goes. I'm looking at it right now. That little thing, even though they advertise 11 seconds 0 to 60, it doesn't feel like that. You get the 5-speed, you beat the living crap out of that thing, it will take it, it will go. I'm telling you, foot to the floor. I mean, you know how to drive a car, you drive it. It's not slow, it's not a piece of crap. Putting an intake on it will actually help it not be as restricted. It'll, I'm actually in a Mirage forum right now where people are putting performance parts on these engines and retuning them. In order for me to retune it, I'm not going to keep the stock stuff on it. My plan for this car is to mod, tune, and mod again. I'm going to continue to just add on to what I'm doing. There's shout out to Dirt Gear TV in this video, by the way. He put a turbo on a 3892, a stock 3892. All he did was port the head on the exhaust. I think it was just the exhaust, but if not, it was the exhaust and intake. That's all he did. He put an aftermarket exhaust, aftermarket intake, threw it onto a buggy, put 20 PSI through a turbo. He made 200 horsepower out of that engine at the crank. He put 180 wheel horsepower out of that engine. So no, it's not a crap 70 horsepower 3-cylinder. That car If you put an exhaust intake and headers on it and retune it, you could get 100 horsepower out of it. You can add more fuel. You can have more air now because you just unrestricted it. Have you seen the intakes on those things? The intake that is on that is like a little, it's like a little suffocation box for that engine. Yes, it's an economy engine. No, it's not built for power, but you can get power out of it. That's the point of this series. I'm trying to show y'all that even though interior is plastic, it's an econo box. It only has 78 horsepower. You can get more bang for your buck. It's a good start. It has a 100,000-mile warranty for people that actually want to just keep it stock. It has a 5-year, 60,000 bumper-to-bumper warranty for anything that goes wrong on the car. So that's why. If that answers your question, that is why. And that just tells you the future. And also, 3-cylinders don't sound like 4-cylinders. They actually, in most parts, sound better than 4-cylinders. If you tune the exhaust right, or you put the right muffler setup on it, and you don't make it too like ricey, I guess, you can get a pretty good sound out of these 3-cylinders. If you I hope that answers your question. Our next question comes from Eagles MMIV. This was on episode 8 of the Modded Mirage series with the emblem wrap and door cells. He asked, what engine mods do you plan on doing? I replied to him and I said exhaust and intake. That's the basics of the actual performance mods I'm going to do. But I do in the near to far future, so let's say a year, year and a half, maybe 2 years, I do plan on doing turbo kit. Because, again, shout out to Dirt Gear TV. He has shown this car can take turbo. It can take boost. And he just recently, in his latest video, I will link it in the description, he just recently tore the engine apart after beating on that 3A92 with 20 PSI of boost. The worst he found was a little bit of scuffing on the, on not the journal bearing, but the rod bearings. But other than that, there's absolutely nothing. He found a little bit of metal shavings in the oil pan, but a lot of people in the comments were saying that these engines, because they're so cheaply casted and everything, it's just extra metal from when the engine was actually, like, I guess, worn in from the factory. So, I don't know. A lot can be done with this engine, and I do plan on doing it. There's people in Malaysia that I have been talking to through a forum, a Mirage forum. There's intakes, exhaust, headers. They have cams now. They have full exhaust kits. They have big brake kits. They have all this stuff. And I plan on partnering with them in the future for this Mirage series. And you will be hearing about that more in the future. I'm looking for just performance out of this car, this tiny little car. I mean, you look at Mini Coopers, you look at Fiat 500s, you look at Fiat 500 Berths, like you look at all these tiny cars that have all this crazy horsepower, and then you look at the Mirage, it has 78 horsepower. It could do way more than that. It could take way more than that. And that car, if you put the right suspension on it and the right tires on it and just the right setup, it's going somewhere. So I have a lot of performance mods in the future. I understand a lot of y'all do not like where the direction of the Modded Mirage series has been going, but I promise in the future we are our next video actually, which I was going to keep a surprise, is going to be a brake kit. I'll be making a video on replacing the brakes and performance. I will be doing stop tests. I'll be doing 60 to 0. I'll be doing everyday like foot feel, stuff like that, heat. I'm going to be doing a lot of tests. Our next video, when it comes to our performance videos, I'm not going to spare y'all on information because I know a lot of y'all want to do what I'm doing. I know a lot of y'all feel like the Mirage has a lot of potential in it, and that's why y'all watch this video. So, yes, thank you, Eagles, for your question. Our next question comes from Gemini. I hope I just pronounced that right. And this comes from the Mitsubishi Mirage Episode 2, Side Air Dam Extensions. Mitsubishi actually sells those. Mitsubishi themselves sell the side air extensions, and they transform the car. I will be putting a before and after photo right next to my head. Before, it was just a black piece of plastic. If you want to see me remove it and install it, you can go ahead and watch the video. I will be linking that in the description. And then afterwards, of course, you have the nice blue extension on the bottom, and it just brings the car together. Thank you for your question, and I hope that answers it. Our next question comes from Gray Karfman. This was on the episode 4 New Wheels and Tires episode of the Modded Mirage series. He says, yes, the wheels do the car right since they are larger than stock. Have you noticed any change in acceleration or difference in speed at freeway speeds? Perhaps the larger wheel per revolution goes a little further, multiplied by how many times it turns on the freeway. Would you get more distance overall, thus even slightly better gas mileage, or with it being bigger, slower acceleration? So I did cover these wheels and tires in my review video, but just to answer it in this video separately, the new wheels, I've put about 15,000 miles on them, the new wheels and tires. They are overall about 5 pounds lighter than stock because they are cast aluminum instead of iron. They're cast alloy. They're alloys. So the alloy wheels are a lot lighter, 1. 2, look a lot better. And 3, I have noticed very slight, because it's less momentum when it comes to like rotation. So yeah, I would say gas mileage is about the same. Acceleration, I mean, it's a Mirage. You're not going to get that much more out of it, but maybe slightly better. Road noise, biggest factor of them all, like almost gone. If you get a nice soft road tire, like these are all season. So again, go watch that video if you want to get more information on that. They're all season tires. They got nice thick sidewalls. The sound deadening in the car is not the best, but if you put aftermarket tires on them that are quieter, you're definitely going to notice that the ride is quieter. The ride is smoother when you go over bumps. It doesn't hit as hard. Overall, I feel like the first thing you do when you buy a Mirage is upgrade your wheels and tires, because the stocks, 1, the rims, they dent. 2, the tires, they suck. I blew 2 tires just driving over the smallest little potholes. I've hit so many potholes with those wheels and tires. I have not had one issue, except one time I did hit like a super deep pothole. It almost bottomed out the car, and it blew the rear tire. But ever since then, I haven't had any issues. But I blew 2 tires just driving normally around town on the old setup. So yes, I definitely recommend larger wheels and larger tires, not only for everything I already said, but also stability. When you're on the highway, that thing's doing this. Like when you're going 65, 70 behind an 18-wheeler, beside an 18-wheeler, you're doing this. And because of how light the steering is, it's just, that's not safe. And adding thicker tires definitely adds stability to the car. Definitely recommended. Also, I will be doing suspension upgrades, so answers another question, hopefully. Our next question comes from Squeeze Kicks. This was on episode 6 of the Modded Mirage series, special decals and inserts. He said, are you planning to do a engine swap? I said that's a secret, but it's not a secret. No, I'm not doing an engine swap. I am doing a turbo mod, and I will be doing performance upgrades to the engine. Next question comes from Alyssa Hamilton. This was on episode 5 of the Modded Mirage series. This was my full in-depth review of the wheels and tires. She says, when are you going to do coilovers? It's been like a month since your last video. Also, your last video, the camera is showing you on the wrong side of the car. The camera flipped me around in editing, so that is my response to you when it comes to that. The coilovers, those are coming. I'm going to be going with Godspeed coilovers. They have a coilover set for the Modded Mirage. Not the Modded Mirage. I'm just used to saying that. They have a coilover set for Mitsubishi Mirage G4s and hatchbacks. It is a fully customizable in height and in stiffness and everything. It's like a it's like one of the cheaper sets. It's a $600 kit. I just want a stiffer ride. So yes, I will be doing coilovers after I do brakes. So brakes are coming first. I need to get those from what I said earlier in the video, and then I will be doing coilovers. Our next question comes from Jake Hansen. I enjoy you modding the car, but way too long in between videos. And also, get your sister to film you every time. It will free up yourself and show more of the mods in one video. Looking forward to your next Mirage video. I said thank you for his response. I also I did respond to him. This is my response. Thank you. I understand length is big in between videos. I work a full-time job. A lot of my mods / materials for videos come out of the country. So like AliExpress, get them from China. And it's very hard to find aftermarket parts for this car. I'm currently working with a big Mirage modder in Malaysia / Philippines area, so I can get coilovers, engine mods, etc. There are a lot to come with this car, still including how-to videos. I just make these videos for fun. Popularity is not a big factor. So one of the big factors for me is the fact that I'm just doing this for fun. This is my daily driver. I'm not really looking to get any money out of these videos. I'm not looking to do anything crazy with these videos. I understand in between videos, yes, it is a little lengthy, but there's not much I can do about it. I do work. I'm about to start going to college, so and it is just in general hard to find parts for this car. I appreciate the criticism, Jake Hansen, because he did come back with thank you for your response, but it's been like a month and I work as well. And what you're saying you're going to do ain't that expensive, but I do understand any thoughts about using your sister to film. My sister films when she is available. I don't really use her because I like to do everything independently. She has school as well, so. But I appreciate your criticism, and we'll go from there. Our next question comes from Josh Matz. He says, any news on radio? How are the upgrades coming along? I responded, working on the next video now, and it's going to be a big video. That was about 3 months ago. That was the interior wrap video. I noticed that video wasn't that popular, I guess, because it's just vinyl wrap. I've really gotten into vinyl wrapping, so when I saw a color of vinyl wrap that matched the outside of the Mirage, I decided to do it on the inside. Radios, I'm actually going to get my radio professionally installed Crutchfield. I'm going to get my whole system. There's so many things you can do to these cars. The sound system sucks in them. So radio will be coming. I'm going to go with an Toto A9 Pro. And I'm going to upgrade all the speakers, and I'm probably going to add amplifiers and tweeters to the car as well, just so I can get a fuller music experience, because one, it's not as loud, two, it's not as, like, the speakers really suck, they don't have any good bass response, and three, I just want navigation. I want navigation in my car, and Crutchfield will help me install it and get me right. So a new radio will be coming into the Mirage in the near to far future. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like on and let me know. If you want me to continue to do Q&As every 9 to 10 episodes, please let me know. Put any suggestions on how I can improve these types of videos in the future in the description. And also, just ask questions. I'm always replying in the comments. If you want to give me criticism, I will take criticism. If you want to give me advice, I will take advice. I will take everything y'all put me through in the comments. So if you have any suggestions, leave them there. If you don't like the video, dislike the video. If like the video, I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.